The East Coast saying that has stuck with me and brought me so much joy and made the most sense is, fuck out of here. By far, my favorite thing to say is fuck out of here.
Okay.
It is the thing when I moved here that is just, it's just so fun to say. Try it with your friends. Just fuck out of here can be used in so many scenarios. What it do, baby boo? Episode 15 of the It's Always Something podcast, produced by my dog, Hurley. Well, he's not an actual animal. He's a human. What?
That is correct, yeah.
Yeah. Thanks for doubling down on that. Big Night Media also producing the show. I am the host of the show. My name is JD. I don't care if you subscribe, like, rate.
Are you still doing that?
But yeah, I think I don't know how much longer this is going to last.
Okay.
If the reverse psychology aspect, they are going up one by one. And I'm trying to get the most here, out of everyone here at Big Night Media. I'm just, I'm trying to get put on a, on a large scale. So if I'm not all the way caught up in beating everybody, then what's the point? Mm-hmm. I'm not, it's Olympic time. I don't want to be silver medal or bronze medal or no medal. I'm trying to Michael Phelps my way. I'm trying to Simone Biles my way to the top here.
Yeah. I mean, we're all family here, but you got to fight for the bread.
In entertainment, it's ruthless, bro. We cut each other's throats. Mm-hmm. Cool story, JD. I've been living on the East Coast for 6 years. And, I came here with my West Coast slang. I remember when I was on the air for the first time, I said hella. And the board op at the time ran. And when I mean ran into the room and was like, hey, we don't say hella here. That's how people will know that you're from out of town. And I was like, if you think that's how people will notice I'm out of town, wait till I start by saying Quincy instead of Quincy. I was like, you just wait. But yeah, so I came here with my West Coast slang. I get made fun of constantly. I confuse people constantly. I don't talk normal. I'm not normal. I'm one of one. I'm a diamond. I'm a jewel. I'm a meteor.
Yeah, I mean, if you guys listened to the episode last week, it's clear to tell.
I think we should do a bruh count on last week's episode. We should do how many times me and Rob said bro or bruh. So listen, and I think some people would say that, my slang comes at a price because I think just me being myself comes at a price as far as my language, because, it got to a point in conversations where, I'd have to let other people let me know where I lost you. You've heard that before. It's just like, it got to a point where in meetings or in conversations with people that I've worked with out here, I base my conversations in the way I talk off of movie references or show references. And, if you're smart enough, then I shouldn't lose you in a conversation. You should be able to get the reference right away.
Yeah.
I would like to say I probably speak elevated English. That's what I'm going to call it. I speak elevated English. And if you can't follow along with that, then it's really not my problem. Has there been anything that we've known each other for probably a handful of years here, Hurley?
Yeah.
Do you remember, I don't want to put you too much on the spot. Was there a time where I just completely lost you by something that I said, or a sentence, like a text message, or have you ever been lost in whenever I've been trying to speak to you? It's been pretty straightforward.
I'm trying to think, yeah. I mean, because I'm smart.
Right,
I understand the elevated English. I mean, all these plebes.
You minored in it.
Yeah.
You minored in it. Yeah. Well, good for you for just being able to be on your toes. But being out here 6 years, I've also integrated East Coast slang into my brain box.
Okay.
East Coast slang is more aggressive. You're less patient. You're quick to the rage sometimes. Remember that video I posted on my podcast IG, which you can follow at It's Always Something with an underscore. So many accounts. So many accounts. It's Always Something with an underscore. I posted a video that went crazy viral of this girl in the North End that was like, tell me you live in Boston without telling me you live in Boston.
Yeah.
And it was this video of everyone in the North End. It must just be a highly trafficked area, which if you're driving in the North End, these are the conversations you should be having because it's the worst place to drive on planet Earth.
Yeah.
Literally, if you're not from here, one car can go down these streets. There's no, and barely.
Yeah.
And barely.
Yeah. Cars parked on both sides, and it's somehow at 2 lanes still.
By some Christmas miracle.
Yeah.
And so they were, people were yelling at each other. One guy was like, how about you get out of the car? How about fuck you? How about that? It was just.
It's always the best comeback. How about fuck you?
It's just the slang out here is so fun. But by far the East Coast saying that has stuck with me and brought me so much joy and made the most sense is fuck out of here. By far my favorite thing to say is fuck out of here.
Okay.
It is the thing when I moved here that is just it's just so fun to say. Try it with your friends. Just fuck out of here can be used in so many scenarios.
I feel like you don't pronounce the H in that, right? Isn't it like fuck out of here?
Right.
Oh.
What?
Well, you're doing more of like a hard H.
Out of here?
Fuck out of here.
Oh,
yeah.
like
it should
fuck
be
out
like
of here?
fuck at it. Fuck out of here.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't know the difference
right.
in what we just did.
Okay.
I heard it the same way that you did, I think. Fuck
Okay.
out of here. You say it now.
Yeah. No, that sounds right.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. I feel like you gave it a couple hard H's sometimes.
My bad. Fuck out of here. We're not going to do this. There are the first time I used fuck out of here, I remember because my best friend who was renewing his visa at the time, he lives over in the UK. Shout out to my boy Stevie Lee. And he had maybe a couple months that I had been living here. He moved in with me just to renew his visa, his relationship visa, right?
Okay.
And so I had already picked up fuck out of here. It was my favorite slang. I loved it. The first time it was said to me, I don't know, it was like a love language. And so the first time that I remember, I don't know what me and Steve were talking about, but I just remember saying, fuck out of here. And it seemed like when I said it that he wanted to, it was like I asked him to fist fight right then and there. He like looked at me with the most concerned eyes ever and goes, dude, is everything okay? Like, is everything fine? Like, what do you mean fuck out of here? Like, did I do something wrong? Like, it was like I was fed up with him or something. Yeah. And I went, no. That's a saying out here, like fuck out of here. It's our version of just saying, stop it.
Yeah.
It's not meant with malicious intent.
Yeah.
And yeah, I just remember the first time I said, because like I said, it's just so easy to say. Watch how much fun you have by saying fuck out of here. And so you can use it in different scenarios. One is the obvious way if someone's like honking their horn at you.
Yeah.
Or pressing, getting honked at when the light just turned green and you're not like looking at your phone, which I don't condone because I never do that allegedly. But like, if someone just does that, you're like, yo, fuck out of here. Like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
That's one way you can use it. Maybe if someone's trying to get out of drinking for the night, like, oh, I'm not drinking tonight. Like, fuck out of here. And then you proceed to murder them and drown them in tequila. Or if someone gives like a trash ass excuse why they don't want to go out, you're like, fuck out of here. You're coming. You have nothing to do.
If they flake.
Mm-hmm. You're just like, fuck out of here. You're not doing anything tonight. Stop. Like, come out. Or, if maybe you're shopping, you're looking at something in the store. You really like a shirt. You look at the price. You're like, fuck out of here. I'm not paying $75 for this shirt.
Yeah.
So that's one way. JD, you're a shitty dancer. Fuck out of here. I'm literally walking choreography. Like, look at the way I strive. Look at the way I thrive. I'm out here. So we all know that's a lie when it comes, like, fuck out of here. And then, if my dog Oakland wakes me up back-to-back days at 5 a.m., fuck out of here, Oakland. Get off the bed. Like, it's 5 a.m.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that's happened recently, but it's happened recently. And I was just like, dude, why are you showing characteristics of a demon? Like, why are you doing this to me right now? Fuck out of here. With that said, if we can have the camera here.
Yeah.
Fuck out of here merch is live in the store right now as we speak.
Let's go.
Limited edition fuck out of here sweatshirts. Now, I was very specific on the colors. I'm only going to do a few of these. And then also some fuck out of here hats. So, listen, I designed them. I think like an influencer when I'm putting together merch. I think it's a side talent that I've found I'm extremely good at.
Nice.
So I've spent a lot of time on the fuck out of here merch. I think like an influencer because I just think of someone with good lighting that has like the merch on and it just says, no caption needed, or tell me you don't care without telling me you don't care. Yeah. You know, I just think smart like that. That's
I'm just
me.
Thinking someone's got the fuck out of here hat. They have it backwards.
Yes.
They come across a situation where they need to say it.
They flip it around.
Slowly just flip it around to the front.
Oh my Lord.
Walk away.
Oh my Lord. More reason for you to go get fuck out of here merch. And I feel it's going to do exceptional on the East Coast. And I put some, if it matters, if you care, I put it in some colors of like some sports teams, like the Bruins colors or Celtics or Red Sox. Red Sox because there's no sports for the next half century other than baseball. So you can go ahead and check that out in the store, bignightshop.com, and then you'll see the It's Always Something show under the Big Night Media umbrella. Oh. I love the phrase, it's the shit. Speaking of shit, I brought in my Poo-Poo Pee-Pee book.
Let's
go. I want to talk about this. For those of you who do not have a visual of what just happened, or I lost you. You're like, JD, you just lost me. What are you talking about? If you're watching on the YouTubies, then you'll see that I actually have one of the sheets. So I basically bought this book. I don't know where I bought it, but the first date that was entered was in 2014.
Okay.
So I clearly bought it around that time. So I don't remember where I bought it, but I just remember seeing it in the store. And I was like, oh, this is dope. And by the way, I keep it sanitized. You know, like if I know someone signed it, then I will make sure that it's Lysoled and taken care of.
Okay.
So I just want to make that very clear in the event that someone comes over and you want to sign the book, the Poo-Poo Pee-Pee book. That it's sanitized, you're good to go, the pen as well. So I want to talk to you about the Poo-Poo Pee-Pee book real quick because we can describe a page here. I'm going to get it off the, hold on real quick. I'm just grabbing it off the charcuterie board, which by the way, I have not used my charcuterie board for anything that a charcuterie board is known for. Like I've put no jellies or jams on it yet.
Yeah, I've been waiting for some cheese and crackers.
Maybe we'll do that next week just to make it feel like it's meant for advertisement so we can get some fucking product on this show. Goodness gracious. Do you guys want my dog to eat or not? So like, okay, so if you're looking on YouTube, you can just follow along with me, I guess. So, and I'll describe it to you. So you can put the date of the visit, the time of the visit. There's a section that says the song that best describes this bathroom visit, and they have, you know, some options for you like Push It, The Sound of Silence, Hurts So Good, Blowing in the Wind, Good Vibrations.
Good Vibrations?
Yeah, Good Vibrations. and then there's a box where you can enter in your own if you're feeling creative.
Okay.
Right? And okay, so then below that is a bathroom activity bar graph, which you can break down, you know, how long you've been in the bathroom based, you know, off of how long you've been in the bathroom, and then if you were sitting or thinking. So that's another area.
Okay.
There is an area where you can talk about the purpose of your visit, whether you went number 1, number 2, or just had the bubble guts, which I assume would be number 3. There's a section that says looked in the medicine cabinet. There's a doodle section, which we will get to in just a jiff.
Oh, let's go.
The length of your visit, if you spent time gazing in the mirror, consciously or unconsciously, and then we go to the thoughts during the visit, and then we go to what is a huge controversy in my household, the report card.
Okay.
So, like I said, there are many things that you can do in this book. And I've never gone through it because I was hoping at some point the entire book would get filled. And then I would like read it back as, you know, like a thank you to me.
To your kids. You'd read it to go
it's like a bedtime story. And so, but then I found myself, you know, figuring out that I'm not going to have friends anytime soon, so it's never going to get filled up. So, and there's actually quite a bit that's filled in. And in this book, I told you there's a bunch of doodles. Okay, so the people that have signed it, there are bad words, there are extremely disrespectful, inspirational quotes, which does not go together. And ratings, and I'll be honest, you know, no one comes back to my place unless it's an after party. I'll say that because I've never lived in a place where I would invite people over. You know, I've lived in some shitty places along my journey here.
Yeah.
Hold on. And, you know, I have nothing to offer. You know, like, I don't want to clean. You know, I don't want you to eat my food. I don't want to cook you something.
Yeah.
This was back in the past. And, you know, I just, you know, sometimes people get away with just saying, sorry, my place is a mess. I actually like to have my place clean, you know, if I know people are at least going to come over, or just in general.
Sure, yeah.
But, you know, life was moving fast back then. And, you know, I don't drink by myself until recently, like during the pandemic. Because, you know, like I'm not going to say it, but, like, you know, I'll go hard in the paint, you know, DJing gigs or just being out supporting people in the clubs. And I just knew that I would get down a potential rabbit hole if I was drinking by myself at home. Like, I never used it for, like, therapy. Oh, I need a drink. Today's been a long day.
Yeah.
To be honest, if I'm just being frank, I thought I would become an alcoholic. If I would drink at home by myself and I would be drinking, going hard in the paint outside, I'd be like, dude, I don't know if I'd ever be able to stop.
Yeah.
So I was, and it wasn't like a religious thing or like anything like that. I just was like, listen, I'm not going to drink at home because I know when I go out, I'm going to die.
No, I agree.
So,
I've never understood the concept of, like, the 1950s, like, man coming home from work,
having a bottle of scotch,
home, and then just does, like, like a triple shot of whiskey, and just like reads the daily news.
Yeah, you have like you know, your bourbon, you know, I've never. I think, you know, once I get like a lady, you know, I think that's fine. You know, you make cocktails and stuff like that, but it hasn't been my jam. I just don't care. Yeah. So, you know, but it's been wine within the last year. So now I'm a little bit more open to having wine.
Okay.
But, you know, like, so friends, I just have nothing to do. I think I've lived in maybe 2 places that have had pools. I just have nothing to offer unless it's an after party. I usually have a bottle though, just in case. So I won't drink it, but I know that if we have an after party, I got to have something.
Yeah.
So I've been very, very good, almost basically perfect when it comes to not drinking the after party bottle.
Yeah. The emergency Rubinoff.
The emergency RC cola and vodka that go together so perfect. So, you know, friends would sign it when I went through my hood rat phase. Chicks would sign it. No family in this book, but the honesty in this book is impeccable, because you want to know what your friends think of you. Buy one of these, like, guest books. Now, when I say Poo-Poo Pee-Pee book, it's a bathroom guest book in the event that I lost you there. So, you know, what people you will find out if you're a barbarian or not if you buy one of these books, because the things that people will write behind your back as if you won't see them is so crazy. It is second to none. It is just, and imagine you texting drunk. Imagine what you would write down with your hand drunk. So I'm gonna share with you some of my favorites, because I went through this for the first time since 2014, maybe a couple days ago. Because I had a completely different theme I was gonna go with, and then this just spawned on me. I was like, okay, and I went through it extensively. My favorite, by far, there was this girl, Jasmine, okay?
Okay.
And do I have it marked down here? I don't know if you can, nothing with the camera, because we'd have to mess with, like, the zoomies, right? Just tell me.
We'll put them on
no
the screen.
Need to in post. We don't need to do that. Okay. Anyway, sorry. Maybe we will, maybe we won't. But, okay, so I'm describing this page to you. Jasmine wrote, and this was in, I think, 2014. It says, Jasmine, no sex, but thank you for everything. Gentlemen for sure. That's all it says. She didn't fill out anything. I don't know who this Jasmine is. I do not recall. but it just says, no sex, but thank you for everything, gentlemen, for sure. That was the first part. Now, my second favorite was from a different Jasmine who was very nosy and found out that there was another Jasmine who signed the book. And she said, I just noticed that a different Jasmine has been here. I'm better, though. So that's what you get for being nosy. Stick to your page, lady. Okay? So, those were...
How do they describe their bathroom visits?
So
then we'll be able to figure out which one was better.
The first Jasmine didn't put anything. The second Jasmine, I'll have to go through. I don't think she put anything either.
Oh, so they just signed it?
I think they just signed it. I don't know. Yeah. So okay. I'll have to go through. That's a good question. But like in the song that best described your visit, there were some really good creative ones that weren't a box. They, someone said a vuvuzela horn. Remember, like back in the World Cup, someone wrote "No woman, no cry." That was a pretty good one.
I'm glad there's no crying.
Yeah. I guess chicks go to the bathroom to cry a lot.
I thought it was
hopefully not at my house. Anyway,
maybe they checked off "Hurt So Good" and "No woman, no cry."
There was another part of the book where someone wrote, I'm trying to shit, but I can't. Someone also wrote, thanks for not letting me piss my pants. Another one of my favorites, someone wrote, why did we just go to Jack in the Box? That was a good one. I mean, a lot of creativity here, but I noticed a trend. I noticed the trend that I really didn't appreciate. And that was under the report card section. So if you're watching on the Tubies, that's over here. And if you can see it, it says toilet tissue. Now, I consistently got a D on my toilet tissue. And this really got under my skin. It caused the real skid mark in my life. I'm just going to tell you that right now. And the second thing I got grilled for the most was amenities. So I don't necessarily know what amenities means. Maybe towels, maybe what would I miss? I mean, I always had soap in there. What other amenities would I need to have in a bathroom? Maybe just like the overall aesthetic of it. If it wasn't a vibe.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like it's asking for much, but if I had to guess, it could be you could have like lotion and mints.
Like cologne, deodorant
that's
for
what
people.
They have at like the clubs. Like,
yeah.
The guys always handing out that kind of stuff. But.
Right. Well, someone did write that, which was really helpful, that I had a full trash can and that I need Lysol and that they weren't mad, that they were just disappointed.
Well.
So, it was, I was a single bachelor, I am a single bachelor. So, but my place is so much cleaner now within the last, 5 years. But back to the toilet paper issue, because I take help me here with the terminology. I'm upset about it.
You take pride in the way you keep your bathroom clean?
I guess. Clean? Yeah. Listen,
it's not being recognized.
I just don't understand why I'm in it for your comfort. Or, I feel fine about my toilet tissue situation. Because what kind of bougie lives are people living? Because I was offended. There were times, I think there are times that when you're on your last roll and, that roll is like that you buy from a gas station or a market. I have an emergency roll that if I just forget that I will, it's basically the same thickness as cotton candy. It is probably the worst. It is the worst toilet tissue that you can have, the worst TP that you can use, but it's there just in case. But
the only answer is for you to just get a bidet, right?
Say again?
I guess the only answer is for you to get a bidet.
I guess. I was so taken aback by the responses of the toilet tissue. Like, it got me thinking, have I been living my life wrong? I went into this dark, sunken place of let's take into account, the factors: softness,
durability,
cleaning power, absorption. the prevention of lint and remnants. I'm factoring all those things, and I was just like, has my...
What's your brand?
I think I use Charmin. So I go to Costco. I'm like Brennan from Step Brothers. You know, I go out there outside of Costco. I'm just like, yes, I don't have to come back and get TP for another half century.
You're literally just as excited as the bears are to go take a shit in the commercials. Oh my God, they're like having parties in the bathroom.
How else are you supposed to market toilet paper, dog? Like,
yeah,
there's no other way to say, do you want the best TP to wipe your ass? Buy this. Like, if they could be real about taking a shit, then that actually would be kind of fun. I don't know if like people are using bamboo or like what am I missing here? Am I missing something? Because I'm telling you, I was consistently getting D's in the report card about my TP.
That's bizarre.
I don't know if I don't know.
Were they just being just ruthless nonstop, or was toilet tissue the only section where you were getting a D?
Yeah, it was really like everything else was fine, but it seemed as if the toilet tissue this was a huge problem. This was it was something that like, if enough friends tell you that you have an issue about something, you need to address it.
Yeah.
So I clearly need to address the toilet. I think I use different toilet paper now. I don't know. Leave something in the comments or something about what kind of toilet paper you're using, or if you use wet wipes. I don't know. And plus, I also don't want to go down this road with you, Hurley, but I just wanted to say that toilet tissue was a huge problem. And so okay. I guess we're just going to need to have some friends come over and figure this out.
Sure.
But don't talk shit about my book unless you're going to sign the rest of it. Okay.
Yeah.
So if you're gonna just fill out the report card, don't just give me the negatives. Give me some positives too. Or give me the facts.
At least give you a doodle.
Give me a doodle. And bro, some of the doodles are so fire. Like someone actually had enough time to doodle someone taking a shit. Like, it's pretty good. I'll have to post.
What was their length of visit?
Hour and a half. I don't know, man. It's weird to like think people were just coming over to take a shit at my place, especially for a lot of the times that they were at. I was like,
you got a line forming out the door. I heard you have a login here.
I don't know, man. Whenever I go over to someone's place, I'm just very conscious of who if I'm going to take a shit somewhere, if like I know someone's going to come in after or something.
Yeah.
Like when I take a dump, man, it's an explosion. So I wouldn't go over to a friend's house,
I'll cut that for promo.
Yeah. It's like, all right, so the brands: Charmin, Ultra Strong, Charmin Essentials, Cottonelle, Scott, Kirkland bath tissue. I definitely wasn't buying Kirkland bath tissue. I don't know if like people just think about the environment. I went to the Azores one time, Hurley, and they told you to not flush the toilet paper down the toilet. It was it was an environmental hotel. And they were like, throw it in the trash can. I'm like, I'm not taking a shit, wiping my ass, and then just putting it in like a trash can next to it.
Yeah,
with my family. It was, oh my gosh. Needless to say, I threw out the environmental stuff. I'm like, I'm flushing this down the toilet. But anyway, so that's my rant. This is the podcast. That was everyone's invited over. Sign the Poo-Poo PP book. And that's how you know you've made it into my heart.
Were there any number 3s? I'm curious.
What would be a number 3? Like bubble guts?
Yeah.
No, not that I. No, I really just went through and tried to get as much hot fire.
With the amount of after parties you've been hosting, that's a good sign.
It's slowed down.
No bubble guts.
Yeah, it's slowed down within the last couple of years. Plus, if you come in for the bubble guts, this book is the last thing on your mind, bro. There are bigger fish to fry.
They're unconsciously gazing in the mirror, but they're like, I do have to jot this down.
It's like Dumb and Dumber. You're like, please flush, please flush. What are you doing in there? Shaving. Be right out. Oh man, either way, I never want our relationship to be in the toilet, so just thank you for being the shit and listening to this podcast.
Wow.
Come on, man, play the music, dog. Oh man, episode 15 of the It's Always Something podcast. We'll see you at the crib.